Hold up. Before you roll that suitcase on board your Carnival Cruise, you need to know a few things. I've got 9 luggage rules that could save you from turning your dream cruise into a nightmare on embarkation day.
Ignore, forget, or break these rules, and you might find yourself and your bags held up at port security, or worse, cruising without your luggage at all.
Number 7, rule number 7, got us escorted off the ship. Hey cruisers, we're Jason and Becca, the faces behind Monkey Love Travel, helping you cruise smarter, laugh louder, and travel happier. In today's video, we're breaking down 9 Carnival Cruise luggage rules that you need to know before you board the ship.
If you're new here, we drop new cruise tips every week to help first-time cruisers avoid the common pitfalls. So hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. This lets us know that we appreciate what you do, or this lets us know that you appreciate what we do.
All right, so your first Carnival luggage rule is going to be your luggage limits.
Carnival limits how many bags you can bring based on the length of your cruise.
If you cruise from 3 to 5 days, they allow you 1 carry-on as well as 1 check bag. If you are cruising longer for 6 nights or more, you can bring in 2 check bags and a carry-on. Now, these are per person.
You'll find that sticking to this rule will help guide your packing efforts too. If you're packing so much that you're struggling to make it all fit, you probably packed way too much.
Your second Carnival luggage rule is going to be your size and weight. Each check bag can't weigh more than 50 pounds, and when it's laid flat, it should stay under 16 inches tall by 24 inches wide. This is to accommodate going through the security scanners.
That's about the size of your typical medium suitcase. And while packing clothing alone probably won't weigh more than 50 pounds, most additional items in the bag may very well tip you over that. So we always use a portable scale to confirm we're in the right weight range. And we always allow ourselves like 2 to 3 pounds of wiggle room just in case scales are different or something's slightly different. We also recommend traveling with a portable scale so that you can adjust as needed, especially giving all the opportunities on a cruise for retail therapy and shopping at the ports and even on the ship. So if you have the portable weight scale with you, you can verify all your bags before, especially if you have to fly home after a cruise.
I'll include a link in the description to the one that you see on the screen right now. Your next Carnival luggage rule is going to be your carry-on rules.
Your carry-on can be a backpack, a small roller, or a tote bag.
If you're choosing to bring a cooler, it can't be any bigger than a 12 by 12 by 12. Think more of your personal size cooler. Your next Carnival luggage rule is going to be luggage tags. You want to make sure that you print your luggage tags during online check-in. You'll usually get a notification from Carnival telling you when they're available.
And seriously, please use plastic tag holders because tape will not last in Florida heat, no less anywhere farther south.
And again, I will put a link to the description, the one that you see on the video right here. Your next Carnival luggage rule is going to be the baggage cutoff time. Carnival cuts off luggage service 2 hours before sail away.
Don't show up late if you expect to check your bags, i.e. hand them off to the porter. They won't be available, meaning the porters won't be available, and you'll have to drag all of your luggage everywhere, including the ship, from the time you arrive at port until your rooms are ready, which can be a real pain in the backside.
If you're thinking about going on your first Carnival cruise and you're watching all these videos that are telling you what you should bring, what you can't bring, what's going to make your cruise better, what travel documents you need to have, we understand just how anxious it can be and how stressful that feeling can be in planning your first Carnival cruise. That's why we're here. We provide you expert help through the entire process, from booking to when you embark, during your ship if need be, during your cruise if need be, and when you get home. We're going to be there every step of the way.
Head over to Monkey Love Travel and let us help you find your next adventure at sea. The links are in the description below, or if you prefer, scan the QR code on the screen.
Your next Carnival luggage rule is really not about the luggage. It's about your arrival time. In our opinion, the sweet spot for arrival and where we try to target as often as we can is around 12:30. The cabins aren't ready until between 1 and 2 on each sailing. This usually gives you plenty of time to drop off your bags with the porters, get through security, and embark, and you can usually have lunch and all, and then your room should be ready.
I'm always in favor of anything that reduces the length of time and amount of stress between arriving at the port and truly starting your experience.
All right, your next Carnival luggage rule, and this one we can't stress enough because it happened to us. We broke this rule, and it caused a great deal of anxiety for us. Leave your bags unlocked.
Even TSA locks. Don't use them. We discovered on a recent trip, security screens everything, as you know, and if they can't get in, they won't break your locks, or obviously, but they also won't use the TSA key, I guess, to open your bag so they can search it and then send it on its way, which is what happened with us. Just quickly, our bag had gone through. We're pretty sure magnets were causing I had brought a lot of magnets for door decoration.
And they set off the sensor.
Yeah, and they couldn't identify what they were. They couldn't see that they were magnets. So the bag got flagged. We had TSA locks on them, and they couldn't get in. We're not used to having anything in our bags that anybody would blink at.
But what they told us is, yes, they do have a TSA key, but they will only use it if they know it's a weapon of some sort.
So it was just very stress-inducing. So we won't be locking our bags
anytime soon. So your next Carnival luggage rule is going to be tipping the porters.
And while this is not Carnival's rule, they do suggest it. These folks handle your luggage from start to finish, so please tip them. They don't work for Carnival, they work for the port, so it's a separate process and they're not being included in any kind of gratuities.
We suggest $5 per bag, and that's honestly what we prefer to tip the porters each time we cruise. And the last luggage rule we have for you is going to be prohibited items. You can't bring on irons, steamers, weapons, hookahs, THC, CBD, or any kind of hard liquor or beer.
Carnival does allow one 750 milliliter bottle of wine or champagne per sailor.
No bottled water. Buy it on board or, pre-order it to your cabin. That's just what we do, and that's what we like.
And yes, security will find a hidden bottle in your luggage. And with the latest in screening technology, they can often identify alcohol concealed or disguised in any other kind of container. Best case scenario, they simply remove it. The consequences can range from official warnings to being banned.
And if you happen to sneak something on board, which I don't recommend, don't be one of these people who likes to post about it on your own social medias. The cruise companies are watching, and you will self-snitch and get yourself banned.
Now that you know Carnival's luggage rules, you're ready to board like a seasoned cruiser.
If this video has helped you in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It really does help us quite a bit. Also, be sure to check out the video on screen right here, 14 things not to pack on a Carnival cruise.
And don't forget, every day is worth seizing.
We'll see you on board.